Hi, my name's Matthias Everett and this is my dad Craig Everett and I'm interviewing him. How did you start dancing?
I was taught by an old fella, can't actually mention his name because he's passed away now, but his son's name's Leroy Hart and he taught me when I was 15 and that was my first dance I've ever done with him.
Yep. When did you start dancing?
When I was 15, so that was, and the feeling of it I couldn't explain because it felt so good that, yeah, it was really good, but I can't put it into words.
Yep. Why do you dance?
I used to dance because it made me feel good, but now more so I dance, more importantly for my boys to dance.
Yep.
And hopefully when they have kids, my grandkids will dance. And not only that, I want more and more of our community members dancing, so when we get together we can have a proper dance up. And, yeah.
How many people are in your dance group?
There'd probably be over 60 people in the dance group. And they vary all over the state because we've been teaching a lot of different people and I try to involve everyone in dance group as often as we can.
Where do you dance?
All over Tasmania, all over schools, special events, organisations, Falls Festival, Party in the Paddock, the Taste, Dark Mofo, so lots of places.
What would you like to see change?
I'd like to see more and more of our people dancing rather than just seeing small amounts. I'd like to see all of us dancing together.
Yep. Thank you for being here, Dad.
You're right, son.
We hope this film gets out to the wider community and helps people understand that there are still Tasmanian Aboriginals living in our community today.
Deserves to live together in peace and harmony.
Isaac, and we are convinced that the non-Indigenous community of Tasmania should better understand and connect with the music and dance of the Aboriginal community of Tasmania. We have interviewed Michelle Maynard, who is a passionate organiser of Tasmanian Aboriginal performances and has been striving to get more of these works happening around the state.
So my lineage is from the northeast of Tasmania down to the Ben Lomond area, up through the Furneaux Islands into Victoria. My family come from the Cape Barren Island Reserve days. We have the dual identity where we're not just Tasmanian Aboriginal people, but we're Bunurong people as well. My community is probably 6,000 to 8,000 people these days. I think the Bureau of Statistics records there's close to 20,000 people in Tasmania who identify as having Aboriginal descendancy. Not everyone identifies as Palawa people. It's more of a word that's emerged in the early 90s from the language research that's been done. So really today, whilst a lot of the Tasmanian Aboriginal community are connected and related and come from the same lineage, not everyone identifies as this under the same word or identity. So Palawa's the word, I guess, that's being widely educated and recognised, but the actual reality within the community, if you go around and talk to different people, there are many ways of identifying. I myself identify as a Koori woman. There's people that identify more with the islands and identify as Islander people, or just prefer to call themselves Tasmanian Aboriginal people or Indigenous people. We live in an area of the country that's experienced severe dispossession. So, as opposed to if you travel to... So the fact that we experienced that here in Tasmania, today we're not practicing traditional songs in our languages or traditional dances because they were interrupted with the effects of colonisation here in Tasmania. What's happening for us here is that we're reclaiming, we're recreating. I notice what people are really drawing on, and me myself, is really getting back to being on country and listening and just paying a deeper attention to what's happening and being informed by country and our ancestors. That's what Indigenous dance and music is, it's the telling of the stories, it's the passing on of the knowledge. So it's really exciting that we're starting to recreate that more Indigenous way of keeping knowledge rather than relying on all the colonial history that's been written, which has been very valuable for us, for people that have been so severely dispossessed. But it's really empowering for our people now to start coming back to our ways of passing on story. It's an amazing experience for the whole of the community to come together and share in what's happening on the Tasmanian Aboriginal community level. We usually bring knowledge keepers from other Indigenous nations around the world. So it's this real diverse cross-cultural sharing of traditions, of story. So, for instance, we do welcome ceremonies. Have a great night, everyone. Take care of each other and welcome to this country. It's Friday night. We're a group that I work with Nari Centre for the Arts of Healing. We're going down to do a welcome ceremony for the Midwinter Fest, to welcome everybody onto that country and pay our respects to the original owners of the land. Another project we're working on is very shortly we're going to start doing monthly ceremonies up on Kunanyi, and that's a real calling for a lot of our people to advocate for Kunanyi and create the opportunity. So many people love Kunanyi so dearly, and they do feel a sacredness around that mountain. So we're going to be creating the opportunity for people to come on the second Sunday of the month for 6 months, to come up and just participate in a ceremony honouring Kunanyi and just deepening their relationship and their connection with the mountain. You know, particularly for me, I feel really strongly around, by our sharing and creating opportunities for people to experience ceremony and have a dance and experience some songs, because I feel like there's a real sense of, by many non-Indigenous people, of not having permission to belong to place. And yet Tasmanians generally adore this island. They feel deeply connected. It is home. So it feels really important to me that, and a really powerful opportunity to build connectivity between all of the community by us continuing to make that offer to people, to deepen the way that people belong to this country and deepen their relationship, you know, to listen, to pay a deeper attention to country and allow all of ourselves to be informed, because we know that our country holds all of the stories of everything that has gone before us.
How can we better reconcile Tasmanian Aboriginal dance and music?
It's education, like it's people being able to understand, you know, the truth of our situation and what we're doing, rather than, you know, make assumptions based on their idea of what Aboriginal people should look like or should do because of what they have done in the past. You know, we've got a fairly unique situation here in Tasmania. Yeah, so, and just being supportive of where we're trying to go and how we're trying to find our way. And, you know, we are a culture rooted in artistic activity. Our painting, our storytelling, our song, our dance. You know, and we're in a time here in Tasmania where Indigenous arts and cultural practitioners are really trying to create a vision of where we want to go, how we want to participate in the thriving creative arts community here in Tasmania. So, you know, it's a real time where we've really opened up and we're really trying to build relationships and networks with people in that industry, and we're asking for help and support to help us build our capacity and our skill sets so that we can create this positioning within the community here and bring our arts and cultural practice to a much wider, easily accessible audience.